Okay, I'm back, and hopefully I will stay back, and the stream will not crap out again. What is going on? Okay, the stream I'm seeing is not what I should be seeing. Okay, looks like I'm back, and servbots are smarter now. It's 2 of them who got smarter. 3, 4, 5. Only 5. I want to know more about the slacker who did not get smarter. Alright, so there we go. That's a good item. One of the scouts found in E-Bottle 3, which will more than fill up the Gustav's armor while I'm in combat. I don't know what happened with the video signal, but I did have a day-long network outage last week, so I don't entirely trust AT&T at this point. Anyway, so let's send out some more scouts. We have just about enough cash to get an armor upgrade, which is good. But what I really want is the bazooka upgrade, because that opens up something in the free roaming section. So what I want to do here is find the smartest servbots that I can. Oh, there's one who's maxed out. Alright. I'm going to send him to... No, he's up there already. Okay, let's go to Tetchy Harbor. Okay, looks like everyone is seeing the screen more clearly, so that's good. I guess it's just one of those days, one of those streams. Some streams go well, some are cursed. This one is cursed. Okay, we don't have any more 4-level servbots to send out, so we'll go with 3s. Paul Oaken 1981 says, out of curiosity, do you stream on Twitch also? And I do not. I only stream once a week at most, and that's actually something I've only started doing again. I do not have time to stream on multiple platforms, so this is it. It's just on YouTube. I don't have an audience on Twitch, so it's just YouTube. Anyway, if you're joining again, thank you for bearing with me. Looks like most people dropped out, which is a shame, but what can you do? This is the Misadventures of Tron, Bonne, not Mr.DrillerDrillLand. Some things just don't work the way they should, as you've seen repeatedly with this stream. But that's okay, because it is a Gintendo stream, and that means at the end of it, there's a beverage for me. It will take the edge off. Okay. So now we're going to go back to the lab. And I'm going to upgrade the Gustav. The gin for this evening is Glendalough Wild Irish Gin, which is okay-ish, not my favorite. It's pretty good, but I've mixed it with Fever Tree Elderflower Tonic, and those flavors go pretty well together, so it's all good. Oh, I don't have anything to defray the cost of the bazooka parts, so no go on that. Alright, well I guess I'll just go ahead and not actually buy anything. Although, actually I guess I can go sell some stuff in the cafe. Let's see what good that does. Hey, it's Smoke Monster. Hello, Smoke Monster. Thanks for joining the stream. I hope you didn't come for Mr.DrillerDrillLand, because that is not happening thanks to some incompatibilities with my GameCube. This is something I need to figure out. My GameCube is running Swiss over component cables, and it works fine on my TV, but for whatever reason it's not outputting correctly and showing on FrameMeister, so I gotta poke around on RetroRGB's site and figure that out. This is not where I wanted to go. Why am I in the cafe? Storage is what I want. Alright, so in the storage area of the Gesellschaft, you can sell stuff. Oh, unless you're really cool like me, and You send the only servbot who can appraise and buy things off to scout. So I guess we're going to go to HQ and do another mission. Alright, Smoke Monster is here for the gin, he says. The gin, as I just mentioned, is Glendalough Wild Irish Gin, which is okay. I actually am more of a fan of Glendalough Rose, which has, as the name suggests, a bit of rose flavoring into it. Just a little subtle hint. It's not like flowery and cloying. It's just really nice. So let's see. The RPG levels are kind of fun, but they can kind of drag. So let's do a sampler of the puzzle levels. I'll probably just bail after the first one. Lego Latrine says your drink is only ever as good as the worst ingredient. That's true, and that is why I use Fever Tree, because it's very good. I always count on it. Alright, so in this case I don't need to worry about the robot because there's only one kind of robot you can take into a puzzle level. But yeah, okay, I'm just going to take a really stupid servbot with me so you can see exactly how useless he is when I need help. Alright, let's jump in and start solving some puzzles. So Alistair B says there is a build of Game Boy interface specifically for FrameMeister, but I'm not using Game Boy interface. This is just, you know, the Swiss booter. I'm using Citrus 3000 PSIs, or however you say his name, the GC loader, and it has Swiss installed into it on an SD card, because the disk drive on this system died. It's very sad. But I do think there is something going on with the Swiss loader that is not making my my FrameMeister happy, even though I have it set to 240p and set to NTSC. Oh well, I'll figure it out some other day. Oh, Tuberculosis says, just poured Empress 1908. Ever had that? Yes, it's a very nice violet-colored gin. And the weird thing about the violet color is that it comes from pea shoots, which you wouldn't expect. Anyway, so this is your classic box-pushing, box-moving puzzle game. Actually, you're not pushing, you're carrying. The Gustav robot is like a step above Sokoban. Voxel here. Sometimes you have to squish a servbot, it's very sad. But your goal is to take all these colored crates to the boat. You have a set number of lifts, as you can see at the bottom. So you can only pick up boxes that many times, and once you pick up a box, you have a limit on how many spaces you can move with it. Now, for the most part, let's see. Okay, so I think the best thing to do would be to set that box there. Take this little green guy over here. Drop him in the boat. And now that I've done that, so the wooden boxes, the crates, you can carry as far as you want. There's no limit on... Oh, I messed that up. That was not how I was supposed to do that. Okay, so what I actually wanted to do was put the crate here. I gotta restart this. That's what I get for talking and solving puzzles. Tuberculosisness says, what's your favorite Sokoban variant? This one? I don't know. I don't really like Sokoban that much. It's fine, but I've kind of burned out on those things after Game Boy Works. Alright. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is grab this, drop it off again. Glad we get that map out of the way, it's very distracting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set that down here. See if this is the correct strategy. It may not be. Normally I spend some time like looking at these and thinking and solving, but that does not make for a very interesting stream. So I'm not doing that today. I'm going to create a little shortcut here, which, oh, that's not going to work. Oh. Okay, well, clearly I didn't do this right. Oh well. I'll be able to get all the green boxes, I think, but probably not the red box. So I messed this up. I don't think this is a good live streaming kind of thing to do. Oh, what I really should have done is move the crate over here and created that shortcut. I see, I see. Oh, okay. Let me restart and do this correctly. Alright. So, again, with the steel crates, you can only move them... You can't move them. I can't move in any direction. I can only face a direction and place the steel crate. So that is done. Now I pick up the wooden box that I can move anywhere. Bring it over here. Set that down. Okay. That is the solution. The one thing that the Gustav puzzle-solving robot can do is jump, so that allows me to clear those crates, jump over them. And now I can very simply take all the containers where they need to go. One of the things you have to keep in mind when you're picking up crates here, if you want to get the bonus crate, the red one, you need to pick it up before you finish the green ones. I was playing the very final puzzle level yesterday, trying to capture a flawless victory, and there is one puzzle level that just has me absolutely stumped. I guess I could cheat, but where's the fun in that? I'm not going to look that up. But it's a doozy. It starts out pretty simple. Like, this is not that challenging. I solved it a few days ago, a couple of weeks ago when I was playing without any trouble, but I wasn't talking to people and feeling rushed at the time either. Alright, anyway, so that's the puzzle section. It's not that interesting. I'm gonna jump over to some other kind of mission type. I forfeit my goodies, but that is okay. Positive Touch says, why do the Bonnes need so much flour? They actually do not. But there are lots of people who are quarantined now who could use the flour. So on the plus side, I did at least get the stuff that the scouting servbots stole. So that's good. I can go sell stuff in the appraisal room now, the storage room, because my appraiser is back. So let's do that. Go to storage room and sell stuff. Paul Logan 1981 says servbots need carbs. Yes, those dudes can dog some curry rice. That is one of the running themes of this game. Alright, so I can sell all these things. Earn some cash. Those apples come in handy. Servbots weep as I sell off curry, which is worth apparently $6. And a ring is worth 30. I'm assuming a one-to-one translation from yen to zenny, or zenny to yen. Although, I guess that's not necessarily the case. But it doesn't make sense to have curry that would cost more than about $6. So, alright, so I've boosted my currency to 108,000 zenny, which means I could buy an armor upgrade or another energy tank, but I can't buy the bazooka, and that's what I'm really after here. So, let us go. Oh, Tuberculosisness says Marvel vs. Capcom 2 moves are making a bit more sense now. Yes. If you have played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but not this game, which both of them came out around the same time, this game is definitely the key to decrypting basically all of Tron Bonne in that game. Alright, so I'm going to assign some very, very smart servbots, such as Lab Servbot here. Let's go look and see what's in the clouds. One thing you can do in this game, each servbot is just numbered, that is their name, but if you want, you can go through the Gesellschaft and give all of them names. You can customize them with 4-letter names. So number 13 I have not named yet, but number 2 I did name because he is into data, so I called him Data. It's very creative of me. And let's see, another 3 rating. There we go. Alright, we're sending Zook, the bazooka guy. And we'll send him to the casino. Alright. So we're sending him, and then I am going to go back and rob a bank again. Doing another bank mission should put me way over enough to be able to afford the bazooka. Alright, so yeah, let's do the bank. That's 150k. So once I'm done with this, I'll be able to afford the bazooka and maybe some better armor. It's very exciting. People are talking about this game's aftermarket price in the chat. It is extremely expensive now. It actually started rising in price about 10 years ago, after spending 10 years basically being the game that no one cared about, except weirdos like me. And yeah, the good thing about this game is that they did put it on PlayStation Network, so you can buy it for $6 and play it on PSP or Vita or PS3. I think it works on all of those. So you're not totally out of luck if you want to play this game and don't want to spend $100. You can buy it for or $300. You can buy it for like, what is $500 divided, or $300 divided by 6? I should stop talking about numbers and just focus on certain ones. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Alright. So, that guy is as smart as he can get. This guy could be a little smarter. Likewise. Oh, you poor sad little man. Alright. Oh, we're going to max this guy's brains out. And let's see. Yeah, we'll max him out too. Oh, one more. Alright. So that should do it. And, yeah. I'm getting distracted by the stream chat. Okay, so let's just jump in and rob a bank. This is a more advanced, more complex stage, although not too much more than the first mission, but there's a bit of kind of storytelling and wackiness happening here. The bank missions are a lot more interesting than the second wave of missions where you rob a farm. Those missions are very disappointingly boring. That is why we're playing this portion of the game and not the later portion of the game.
Huh? Wait a second. Isn't this...
Oh, I'm back at the same veterinary clinic.
He ended up in front of the animal hospital again. Don't you ever learn from your mistakes?
Alright, I see the stream chat, the stream viewership is finally rising after all the video setbacks. So if you're just joining, hello, I'm Jerry Parrish, the media curator at Limited Run Games. This is not a Limited Run Games stream. Don't go saying, hey, Limited Run Games is publishing Misadventures of Tron, because that is not the case. This is just me on my own, streaming, playing video games, and sipping gin, as one does. So this is the exact same area I was in earlier, although this time there's a child throwing rocks at me. I'm going to hold that lady. I'm going to hold that child. I'm going to throw a car at a child. Take that. Yeah, I'm not the model citizen here. So it goes. These children are very resilient and do not learn. Unfortunately, they do basically literal chip damage to Tron. And I made a terrible strategic mistake here by picking up this vehicle. What I should have done is had the servobots loot its tires. basically send the servbots to rob everything in this mission. They will strip it from parts. That includes policemen. Curry for me. To enjoy a good curry. Yes, it looks like this time people get to see this area of the game without any frame buffering, any stream glitches, so that's good. So the servbots are going after that truck. Oh, they missed out. The truck got away. Eventually they will give up. Oh, I blew up a house with a lady inside. She seems very disgruntled about that. Alright, so let me see if I can get them this time. Oh, I just ran right over them. There we go. Well, I thought I could steal tires from these cars, but I guess not. So I'll blow up a phone machine, or a phone booth instead. Rob the garbage again. Still a ring in there, just like last time. Hey, kid. Servbots multitask, but there's not a lot of granular control over it. I'm going to have them hassle that kid. Didn't seem to do much good. So we'll go back to robbing this house.
Go away! Go away! Go away!
Someone just asked if I played Garfield 2 Tale of Two Kitties. What kind of stream do you think this is? Oh, it's a stream where I'm shooting children, so yeah, I don't know. Not really a good example for your family. Do not attempt this at home once again. Alright, so I've totally blown up this area. Let's move along, shall we? Andy Dixon says, Jeremy, what has been your favorite game released by Limited Run Games so far? Oh man, there's like 300 of them. That's almost 400 now. That's a lot of games. I don't know. I love Axiom Verge. All those Metroidvania style games. Good stuff. I did Luminous, although I was a little disappointed by the record that came with the Luminous collection. Luminous Remedy for Switch, because it doesn't have the license music, it's just the original music. Which, you know, is really good music, but the part that I really love about Luminous is the licensed music. It's also good and so perfect for the game. So that was a little bit of a bummer. But still, great game. But yeah, Axiom Verge, good stuff. Alright, so there is a lock-on targeting feature here. It's like the original Mega Man Legends, where you stand in place. So it's not actually that much use. But it is good for shooting down airships. Alright. So, as you can see, my antisocial servbots are harassing policemen, stealing their tires. Oops. And then I can, pick up the police car, throw it at people. This is, not the most socially responsible game. Gosh, it's so fun. See, the police truck is after me. And now it's gone. So I'm on the way to the bank. I believe this tree will have some green apples in it, which will inexplicably heal. Whoa! Still making a shield. Oh, no apples. Disappointed. These policemen are eating too many donuts, not spending enough time in the gym. Look at them. Look at them wheeze. Look at them pant for breath. I can do better than that. I'm a video game nerd. Alright, so once I steal all their shields... Alright, so I've got to complete collection of police riot shields. That's great. Oh, there's more. Just keep coming. The airship is harassing me, which is not good. I don't know why I finally worked. So these guys will just keep coming at me over and over again. Just want some house. That's what I was after. A green apple to heal my robot. So I need to get past this police car, which is blocking the bridge. Yeah, it's kind of tough to imagine this game getting made now. Oh man, people are talking trash about Legends 2 in the chat. I will not abide by that. Because I think some of the charm of Legends 1 was such a... And totally eclipsed by the launch of the PS2 and Majora's Mask on the same day. That's some bad luck.
Ouch! What happened to the bridge?
Anyway, each of these missions has little story events that happen in it, so you have to kind of sit through these. They're not the most amazing things, but they're fun. It's okay.
Next time, tell me before we get on it.
It is nice to see Tron actually kind of embarrassed by her screw-up when she realizes it's her own fault instead of just screaming at her kids. So the solution here is just to commit more willful act of property destruction and smash up this truck. Much of this game revolves around a girl basically sending her robot children off to die, just doing horrible things to them. Alright, now the police have just given up. They realize they can't accomplish anything against me, so now they're doing suicide runs. It's a little rough. Oh, didn't do it fast enough. Destroyed vehicles are worth cash. But not so much cash that I feel like running back to get some. Alright. Let's move along and advance the story. Whoa! I feel like that is not the most economical use of the police budget. Trying to prevent me from robbing a bit of money from the bank, but by comparison, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars of vehicles are we smashing up by just sending them to explode against me? Question their tactics. Alright. We have apples. So the town should be just around the corner. Just past these guys. After this restaurant. Alright, more curry. So this thing's gonna block me. It's no match for tiny little robot children. Thanks, buddies. Alright, onward to the final battle. Nothing to steal here, so I guess I will advance to the bank itself. Jeremy Stanton says, is this 97? No, Misadventures of Tron Bonne launched in early 2000 in Japan and later in 2000 the US. Was it 99?
We're taking you in this time. Well, what do you know? You made it on time today. Did you get a new alarm clock or something?
All of a sudden people are complaining about the game music being too loud, even though
We'll see who has the last laugh.
it's been okay
I've
so
been doing
far. That's
special
weird. Alright,
simulations just
turn
for
the
this.
volume down. Okay, so now they're getting serious. Denise is sending a whole hit squad after me. And she has a much bigger health bar and also the ability to do karate chops. She's learned Venusian karate. Okay, so I'm blocked in this side. She can do dodge rolls to evade me. I need to steal some stuff from the bank, I believe. Whoa, whoops. She's a sneaky one. She's actually doing some damage to me. That's... There we go. This is not good. I'm getting embarrassed in front of all my friends. Oops, I got hung up on the scenery. That's not good. Guess it's time to use some energy bottles. Yes. Alright. I'm going to take the time, however, to blow up the bank, just because the ending cutscene to the stage is slightly different if you destroy the bank. But that's what we're really after, right? Tiny little differences. Okay, slowly whittling her health down. Don't tell me I wasted that E-tank. That's how it goes. Isn't that use an energy tank, a precious consumable, and then you'd end up not needing it? Alright, see, if you blow up the building, or don't blow up the building, the Cerobots have to blow it up for you. If you save them the trouble, then they go right to the vault opening, which I guess actually I deprived myself of a little cutscene. Oh well.
Yes, it's fun.
Stephen Ross said, I never noticed the similarities between this game and the Battle Network series. And yes, Battle Network series is made by a lot of the same creative team behind this game. I recently recorded a Retronauts episode with Mega Man expert Nadia Oxford about Mega Man Legends, the original, and that will be going up in probably like a month or so. It was a good conversation. Those are good games. But I do like the Legends games better than Battle Network.
That's not a bad
People were complaining about the story for Legends 2, but the Legends story never gets anywhere near as stupid as Battle Network. Sorry, it just doesn't.
For another job.
Marcus Mysteriously, thank you for recognizing my high-quality circle strafing. I appreciate the respect.
Come on, guys, let's go home. Yes, it's fun.
Okay, so I've completed this stage, and Denise is very sad.
Something good will happen. I hope.
Tron is weirdly supportive of this police lady that she keeps destroying the career of. She's evil, but it's a good kind of evil. It's a genuine, sincere evil. Alright, so I have a whole lot of cash. And look at all these goodies I stole. Yeah, the riot shields and police lights. Tires, those are great because those can go toward defraying, or not defraying. It can go toward reducing development costs for boost-off parts. So that's good stuff. This game is so fun. I don't know if it's fun for people watching, but it's fun for me, and that's what I really care about. Anyway, we're running into the final stretch of this stream, last 10 minutes or so. I am still Jeremy Parrish, doing a Gintendo stream. I am still playing the Misadventures of Tron Bonne, the prequel to Mega Man Legends, Mega Man Legends 2. I guess it was released between the two games, but you know, it actually is the prequel to Mega Man Legends, the first one. Since this airship that is the thrust of the plot, the whole point of this story is that your brothers are in debt because they paid for this airship, and then in Mega Man Legends, Mega Man just totally dismantles this thing. So playing this game, you kind of feel bad. You're like, wow, you know, I took this thing apart in a pitched air battle, and they went through all this trouble to create it. Feels kind of rough, but oh well, whatever. Let's move to the lab. Perfectest Leaf says, would you consider doing a video about some of your favorite underrated games? Nah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can focus my energy other places. But I will say that if you stick around and watch this Wednesday's video upload, it's very closely related to this, so I don't think you'll be disappointed. Alright, so I am developing the bazooka, and all the things that I stole from the police, like the tires and the lights and the shields, I can use those to cut the costs on the bazooka. So this bazooka, I think, is going to be free. I think this is a free bazooka. Yes, I had exactly enough stuff in my inventory to get a free bazooka. That is the kind of discount that I am after. Alright, so now that I've gotten a free bazooka, I can also upgrade the armor for the Gustav, which is good, because some of these levels get kind of tough. And let's see, I guess I can do the E-Tank 3, which boosts the Gustav's total energy, health, basically. And the Gatling parts, which give me, not the Gatling brothers, the Gatling gun, which is a very powerful, very rapid gun. So that's great. Look at all this stuff I have. So I think with that said, I can go into the free mission and poke around in the dungeons. Good stuff. So let's see. I'll send my little guys out to scout. There's no point in it. I'm not going to be finishing up this mission because I've got to bail soon. My wife is very kindly making dinner right now, and I am not going to be streaming and playing video games once that is complete. It's very nice of her. So let's go to mission. Inkidude says, I want those earrings. Tron has great fashion. People make fun of her metal bolted codpiece, but you know, there are parts of your body you just want to protect, and that's one of them. So I respect that. Alright. I keep saying alright every time I go in here, and then she says alright, so I feel very unoriginal. Okay, so we're going to switch over to the bazooka on the Gustav. Wait, where's my bazooka? Can I not switch to bazooka? That's very strange. Alright, so let's jump in here and start playing. That's I bought the bazooka? Do I have to... Yeah, I'm very confused. Maybe I have to actually find use for the bazooka in the dungeon before I can equip it. That might be it. Anyway, I'll be bailing on the stream in about 5 to 10 minutes, so we'll just get a little taste of the dungeon area. But it's kind of like the actual dungeons in Mega Man Legends. It's very similar. It's pretty much just you versus Reaverbots, although I do appreciate the sense of scale and the sense of power. Like, the things you fight here are things that would basically be practically boss battles for Mega Man, but because I am Tron Bonne, this extremely large, extremely powerful armor, which is itself a boss in Mega Man Legends 2. I think. Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, basically I have the ability to take on much bigger threats than Mega Man can handle. Alright, so what I'm looking for are the holes in the wall, the cracks in the wall. There's one. There's a few cracks in the wall. I send my servobots and they're like, we can't do anything about it. Alright, so I think now that I've done that, I could theoretically go back and activate the bazooka. I think it's one of those annoying flags that you have to, even if you know what you can do, what you have to do, you can't actually do it until the game allows you to. But I can send the servobots in there to steal money from a hole. And there's another one of those cracks over here. It's really a shame that the Mega Man Legends series just kind of fizzled out. The first game, I think, Capcom put a lot of stock in it and really wanted it to be kind of the next big thing for Mega Man, and I feel like it did okay for them. They ported it to PC, they ported it to Nintendo 64, and I think it sold reasonably well. There's a greatest hits version of it with the ugly green label, which is really, really disappointing because already that cover art is extremely ugly. But this game and the follow-up, Mega Man Legends 2, I really think they failed to move the needle. And it's a shame because there's a lot of creativity in this game, and Mega Man Legends 2 is very, very polished. But it sat on the shelf for like a decade, and then they started to make a sequel.
Let's head back home,
Whoa, that
boys.
servbot is up in my face. Anyway, they were going to make a sequel, Mega Man Legends 3, and that sort of infamously fizzled once Keiji Inafune left Capcom because he was pretty much the cheerleader for Mega Man Legends. And once he left and there was bad blood, Capcom was like, yeah, we're done with this. We're not keeping this series alive. This was his baby and we don't care anymore. Whoa, looks like the stream is starting to break down again. That's frustrating. I don't know what's happening. So I may be forced to quit this stream a little early because the video quality is dropping. Very frustrating. Don't know what the problem is. Alright, well, we'll see what I can do, and if it drops out really badly, then I'm just going to call it a day. But don't worry, because there is, as I said, a Mega Man Legends retrospective video coming as my video for this week. I know that... Well, what's up with that? How come I can't use... Here. Alright, whatever. Okay. So for some reason I can't equip the bazooka, even though I now know I need the bazooka. So I guess this is one of those things where I have to be paying attention instead of talking. Oh well. But yes, as I was saying, Mega Man Legends is not an NES game or a Game Boy game or Super NES, but don't worry, I contrived to find an excuse to talk about Mega Man Legends because nothing can hold me back from talking about Mega Man Legends. It was long overdue. And I will at some point put together a video about this game as well, capture just about the whole thing. So I just need the time to write, 3,000 words about why it's amazing, and put together another 20-minute video on it. So that's a couple of days of work, and this is all kind of in my free time when I'm not working at work. So yeah, it's a little tough to put together these extremely large video retrospectives. But it's just worth it when it's a game that's so good as this. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't get to do the stuff I wanted to do in this stream, really. But I did get to play quite a bit of Mega Man Misadventures of Tron, Bonne, and sip some gin. Even if this was not the stream that I intended to do, and even if it had technical problems beyond my control, it was still a good time. So thanks all of you who joined to watch as I play this video game. Oh, how about that? Was that a clean kill or what? Did you see that? I blew up all 4 of those guys. Just like that. I was born to be Tron. Anyway, I hope those of you who joined and stuck around enjoyed watching this. And once again, this game on PS1 is very, very expensive now, but you can get it on PSN. That was very sloppy of me, sorry about that. You can get it on PSN for pretty cheaply, like $6. So I highly recommend you do that. Play it on PS3, PSP, and I believe PS Vita. If I'm not mistaken, you can map the lateral controls to the right stick on Vita, so that it actually plays a lot better than it does here on PS1. This was a game, I guess this game came out after the analog controller, the dual analog controller. But the original, it uses, kind of the original Mega Man Legends control style, which was, predates analog controls by a year. So I'm using the right triggers to rotate, which is just not, it's not, modern gameplay. There is no, the right stick does nothing whatsoever. Listen to this. I'm clicking it and nothing happens. But on Vita you can at least set it so that the right stick will, basically function as the shoulder buttons, and it's much more of a comfortable, kind of modern experience. So anyway, yeah, I think this will be it for me. I've been playing Misadventures of Tron Bonne for the past hour, and it was fun, and I will never turn down an excuse to play this game, but it's been an hour, and I've got stuff to do. So good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. This was Jeremy Parrish, Gintendo, sipping booze, playing video games, and talking about them. So go play some good video games yourself. Enjoy some fine beverages, and have a great night.